sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Derek19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Dragon Ball King Piccolo. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as you can see, we do get the basic style box when it comes to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. So we do get the window right there in the front of the box, and on the window in white does say SH Figuarts Piccolo DAIMAOH, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And we do get the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker on the right side. We do get some images of King Piccolo. Then we do get the toy animation warning, blah blah blah, Dragon Ball Tamashii Nations and Bandai. And then here's the bottom of the box, and we do get a cool image of the figure in black and white there. Then here's the top of the box, another black and white image, and the window as well. And then the one side of the box, we do get the continuation of the window. The other side, we do get more of the black and white images there. And then back here, we do a bunch of really dope poses you can get the figure into, along with most of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at this character who spits eggs out of his mouth and then out hatches some monsters or creatures. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations did a dope job with this Piccolo. They have been doing a fantastic job with their SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line so far this year. And this Piccolo, I think it turned out a lot better than I thought it was gonna turn out, and he's so much bigger than I thought he was gonna be as well. But the figure looks great. The head sculpts, or the face sculpts, look fantastic. I like how the antennas can swivel around. I thought that was a really cool added thing that they added on with a new Namekian figure here. Hopefully we do get a 2.0 Piccolo and they do the same thing with one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z characters of all time. But the face sculpts, like I said, look incredible. All four of them do very nice paint and sculpt detail all throughout it. We do get the pointy Namekian ears there. Very nice job all throughout the head sculpt and the neck there as well. And his gi looks great. I can't tell if there's shading on it. There might be, but my eyes are getting worse the older I get. I have some sort of like paint issue or something there. I don't know what the hell that's all about. That's the only issue though with like the detail on this figure here. We do get his kanji right here on the center of his chest, which looks great. You have to be careful articulating the torso though. You don't want this rubbing up on the lower torso and damaging some of the figure, but I think it's gonna happen regardless. But we do get some sculpted wrinkles all throughout his gi, which looks pretty cool. Same with on the back as well. I like the way it looks, how the sash is around the waist. You could tell that it's tightened around the waist the way they sculpted the gi there, so that's pretty cool looking. And the arms, I think, turned out very nice. I do wish that they added the darker pink lines and all these sculpted lines right there, kind of like what they did with the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo and even the manga version Piccolo. I don't know why they didn't do that with King Piccolo here, but the paint looks pretty damn clean on it. And we do get these sculpted lines on the arms, which we should, because that's how Namekian's arms do look. We don't get it on the elbow joints though, and the elbow joints are, you know what I mean? Not my favorite. They don't look all that great, but the arms turned out pretty damn good though. Very nice sculpt and paint detail all throughout it. I don't really see any paint errors besides a little bit of red paint on the pink there. That's really about it though. And as I mentioned, we have the sash here, and we do get some very nice sculpt detail all throughout it, and it looks like they put like a wash or something in it, and it looks great. Very, very happy they did that, finally. Jesus Christmas. Now for the pants here, you can see where the bottom part of the waist, how the pants look bunched up where the sash is, just like with the shirt there, or the top of the gi. So definitely a big plus for that. We do get sculpted wrinkles all throughout the legs there, which look pretty good. Even the back of the knee joints have sculpted wrinkles and everything to it. I thought that was pretty cool. The knee joints, pretty basic. We do have where it's smooth there. They only have the knee piece that's part of the pants sculpted on there. I don't know when will they just give us the knee joints we got with Android 21, man. And I love the way the pants look bunched up around the ankle there. That looks pretty cool. And there's some more of that weirdness on the plastic. It's probably from the plastic. It's not as bad down here like how it is there. Kind of weird. And there is shading on the pants. I do see it now. And you do see a little bit of his Namekian ankles there. And then we do get his Namekian slippers, which turned out really nice, man. We get some nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it, the sculpted lines. I don't know if they added the darker brown paint in the sculpted lines. I can't really tell. It doesn't look like they did, though. And the bottom of them, nothing going on at all. But overall, I think Tamashii Nations did a beautiful job with the detail on this King Piccolo. And like I said, this turned out, personally for me, a lot better than I thought it was going to turn out. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, King Piccolo is included with a ton of great King Piccolo-like stuff. So what we do get 4 interchangeable head sculpts. And starting all the way on the left there, we do get the smirking, smiling face, which is the one that does come on the figure out of the packaging. Then next to that one, we do have a yelling, screaming face, and you can see the veins in his eyeballs and on his head as well. Really nice added touch, putting it in the eyeballs there. Then next to that one, we do get an angry teeth gritted face, and you can see some of his veins on his head, on that head sculpt as well. And then finally, we do get the shooting the egg out of his mouth head sculpt, and we do get the veins in the eyes and on the top of the head as well. And all the antennas can swivel, but we get some beautiful sculpt and paint detail throughout all 4 heads, and they're very easy to swap out as well. I'll show you how to do that right now quickly. And the way you swap Piccolo's heads is very basic when it comes to SH Figuarts. So all you do is just pull up on the head sculpt and it should pop right off the ball peg there. Take another head sculpt, just push down on the joint, and then there you go. As simple as that. So we do get the 4 interchangeable head sculpts. And then we also get the 1-star Dragon Ball, the egg that has Piccolo Jr. in it. And then we do get the electronic rice cooker, which is what Master Roshi was using to capture King Piccolo. I forgot what that move was called, but that's what the rice cooker is for. So we do get the 1-star Dragon Ball, and it's the same as all the other ones. It just has the 1-star on it. It is a nice orange translucent plastic, and I believe we are 2 Dragon Balls away from having all 7 of them. So we do get that, and then we do get the egg that he does spit out of his mouth. Spoilers, right before Goku does kill him. And this is when the Piccolo we all know and love is born from. And we do have a peg hole right there, so you can peg it into a stand. And we do have this piece here, so you can have it rest on it as well, so it looks like it just hit the ground or something like that. But we do have all the nasty like saliva all on it right there, and it does have some nice sculpt detail. I like how it is glossy, so you can tell it's an egg and something he just spit out of his mouth. So I think they did a nice job with that there. It would have been cool to get like a kid Piccolo, you know what I mean? And then we do get the electronic rice cooker here, which turned out really nice actually, and you can hinge it open in case you want to try to capture King Piccolo in there. And these symbols right there looks pretty nice. Really clean paintwork on this here, and it does snap close, as you can see there. Really nice job on this here. So we do get that stuff, and then we also get 8 alternate hands. And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging. Then we do get a pair of finger clenching type hands, and these are probably my favorite out of all of them. Then we do get a pair of open palm blast hands. Then we do get 1 right pointing finger hand or nose picking hand, and then we do get 1 right karate chippity chippity chop chop hand. And we do get some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 8 hands, and we do get a little bit of paintwork just on the fingernails there. And they are also very easy to swap out as well, and that's always a good thing because you don't want to risk breaking wrist joints on your figurines. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with King Piccolo. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Piccolo's father from Dragon Ball Z to the very top of his bald Namekian head. It looks like he's about 7.5 inches tall, which I think is great scaling for King Piccolo, especially for the Dragon Ball line. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Kid Goku, Kid Krillin, Master Roshi, and the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo. And I think his scaling is definitely on point with the Dragon Ball figures. He might be a little bit too tall for the Dragon Ball Z figures, but I believe he was taller than Piccolo when Piccolo eventually grew into an adult. So like I said, I think the scaling is definitely on point. And then here he is compared to a bunch of the other SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Cyborg Smoke, the SH Figuarts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and King Piccolo here has some okay movements. Some points are really good, while other points are not good at all. So as I mentioned before, the antennas are articulated. They can swivel around, which I thought was such a great idea by Tamashii Nations, because now you can make it look like the antennas are blowing in the wind, or maybe like he's shooting a blast or something like that. So I really love that they added that on a Namekian character, and hopefully we do see it in the future with other Namekian SH Figuarts figures. So that is articulated. We do have two joints at the neck here. The upper neck joint is on a ball hinge, I believe. You can get King Piccolo to look up about that much with the upper neck, and he really doesn't look down at all with the upper neck, and you really can't get it to pivot too much, as you can see there. It does swivel though. The lower neck here, make sure you tuck the lower neck under the torso there. You don't want it getting stuck on the torso. So when you want to move it forward, there goes his head. I would push down. Hold on. Let me get his head back on here. I would push down on the lower neck to make sure you get it under the torso there. But the lower neck goes forward about that much. So with both joints, he looks down that much, and both joints looks up just a tiny bit more. You do get very nice pivot at the lower neck, but it kind of looks weird right there. But you do get nice pivot there, and then it does swivel as well. So you get some okay articulation at both the neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso and at the waist, and the torso can shift up a little bit. So you can get King Piccolo to crunch forward about that much. You do see a bit of a gap though on the back there, and it does go back a tiny bit. You do get a little bit of pivot there, and it really doesn't swivel too much because of the way the torso is sculpted. Then the waist here really does not go forward and back at all, really does not pivot at all, but you do get much better swivel there. Now for the arms here, we do have a butterfly joint in there, so you can bring the arms decently forward actually. You can almost get them to crisscross, so the butterfly joint is it's effective a little bit. And then we do get a little bit of a circular motion out of the shoulder joint, not too much though. And you can get his arms out to the side about 90 degrees. Be careful rubbing the pink part of his shoulder up on his shirt, because it will cause some damage, as you can see right there. So just be cautious of that. They do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel. We do have double jointed elbows, but they just hit 90 degrees, so that is a bit disappointing. And then we do have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, King Piccolo can kick forward about 90 degrees, which is definitely good. Goes to the back about 90 degrees. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and he cannot, but they do go out to the side pretty far. So we do get some pretty good leg movement with King Piccolo. Then we do get a very nice upper thigh swivel there. We do have double jointed knees that do bend back a little more than 90 degrees. And then the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up pretty good, hinge down really well, and then you get a fantastic ankle pivot there, and then you do have a nice toe hinge as well. And the ankle joints are a little loose, because when I move him back, see how he moves forward again? So there's a bit of looseness there that I'm not too happy about, but we do get some nice ankle movement with this King Piccolo. So most points are really good on this figure, but you have a few points that are definitely lacking, but you're gonna still be able to get them into some really awesome King Piccolo-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball King Piccolo. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd give it a perfect 10. Articulation, I'd give it an even 8. Accessories, I'd give it an 8.5. And then the overall quality, I would definitely give a perfect 10. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can check out their website at agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find something on there, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. On the right side, we do get a cool image of the figure. We do get the and chippity-choo and chippity-chee. You'll see SH Figuarts Piccolo DAIMAOH Cinco de Mayo. And it doesn't shift up, or does it? Alright, it does shift up, so I'm gonna have to restart this. God darn it. Damn you, King Piccolo. You could get King Piccolo. And his antenna fell off as well. Gosh darn it, I guess I'm gonna have to restart this. Oh, it fell off again, you bastard. What you do, come on, the figure out of the packaging, then we do give it a finger clenching type hands, and these are probably my favorite out of all of them. My god, what the heck's wrong with me? Damn it.